Is everything working? Say Trytime's awesome if I'm live. I think I'm live. All right. So we're gonna transition from like post flop stuff to or sorry, pre-flop to post-flop stuff. So I've got hands here that I save. So we're just gonna go backwards from spots. What I wanted to look here, great do nothing. What up? What I wanted to look here was if what I'm shoving for 25 multi-way. It's just for chip EV. It's not really counting PKOs. So 25. By the way, exclamation academy if anyone wants to give this a whirl for free. Great suggestion to do study stream. That's really what I needed though. So we're gonna click multi-way. You can see this, right? Oh, the camera's kind of in the way. I'll move it up here. This is the hand. This is the hand. Multi-way. We're the big blind. Opponent position. It's cut off hijack, right? Cut off hijack. Ace 9 off. Okay, so we're just flatting. I thought it was ace 10 that we shoved, but it's ace jack plus. 3-bets to your aces and kings. I should ask the question before instead of like ripping open the back of the textbook and looking at the answer. But I just wanted to know for that specific spot. But for anyone that doesn't know, your defending range, all right, at 25 is basically the deck. So just kind of be aware. That might blow people's minds. Mamba, I'm not sure where he is, but all these charts and stuff kind of blew his mind a bit. All right, so that's just a quick one. Yes, so I have a memory like a mind like a goldfish. So I just have to keep reliving and looking at these spots. So 12.5 under the gun. You know, I should have asked what we do. But yeah, there's a version 12.5. Again, there's not really a lot of shoves at 15 or 12. You can see here, like at 15, there's just nothing, right? So when you start understanding that, it doesn't take much. It's like 15, you don't jam. But yeah, 12.5, you can see some. I should have asked. I should get everybody involved. Thought a lot of weak ace-x gets folded. Yeah, well, okay, so back to that. They do, but it's position, it's where they're opening from. Like if it was, for instance, under the gun and then button flat, I think you can fold like a version of some shitty ace-x. So I'll show you. But that's only when you're like at 20, I think, or something. So let's just plug this in. So here will be in big blinds, opponent EP, and then say for instance small blind, because small blind has a lot of ace-x that flats, and maybe so does button. Let's just do button right now and see. Yeah, so ace-6 off. I mean, I think when it gets down to like 15, let me see if there's anything that folds. So ace-deuce and ace-6 off, you're folding. See the small blind. Yeah, so that's the kicker. That's the difference. Yeah, so like I said, small blind has shitload of ace-x that flats versus under the gun range. So you're not yeah, any ace-8 and below. I wonder how much it changes when we're at 25. So it's similar. What about deeper? Are we widening our, are we able to Okay, so it's kind of back. So the shallower you are, then you don't want to you don't want to entertain defends, or you want to be careful at least. So it's weird, right? There, it's like yeah, it comes back like when you're sub 20 that you can come back and flat your asex, but it's really it's kind of all over the place, but it just gives you an idea, right? Like you take this, it's a baseline of information, and then if under the gun is tight, then you can maybe lean his range more towards what it should be. Uh, Maybe then you can defend wider if he's a cakehead, and do the same thing with a small blind versus the small blind. Anyway, let's get back to the ace jack RFI. So the gist of it is that, even in these very shallow structures, we don't have too many shoves for 15. But it's pretty wild, right? Because everyone here outside of this guy is sitting on 12. New biggest win. We did hit a personal best yesterday, and then we came back to Earth and lost 160 today. I I did a comedic punt show on my last tournament because I just said fuck it. Because if I didn't punt there or just stop playing, I would have found an excuse just to keep regging, and my head's not in it. So whatever. I donated $8, but I did collect the bounty before I punted that. It was the personal best. Twitter. Da-da. 1,000. That's just for GG. It's actually, if you do exclamation recent, I hadn't updated it for about a year and a half or something, and it has some big scores, bigger ones anyway. But those were on Iggy and Party Poker, which for some reason I stopped playing, but we're gonna change that. Gonna start playing a variety, maybe more ACR and stuff. Like Global and WPT are starting to get some stuff, some a bunch of whales on them. So, like I'm forgetting all these spots. Like we can look at PKO, but I like understanding more chippy V spots because it's more difficult. You have to PKO. You have to know you. It's like statically solved spots where there's like a guesstimate of people's depths, and then you have to pick like 7, 8 handed and whatever. So I just want to kind of understand my chippy V spots. Ace 9. So let's do a little instructional. Did I used to play a higher ABI? Sort of, yeah, because on Iggy there aren't like in a total assortment of $3 and $5 games. It's like 10 tournaments a night or something. Pa pa pa. So 17 and a half cutoff hijack. Ba, 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 ba. Hero position. We gotta reset. Reset. Da, da, da. Reset. Wait, we're button. Yeah, this is just a shove, I think. Ace. So tell me, what's your bottom shove versus cutoff open? Quick. Yeah, I miss playing Iggy, but I tried opening. It's blocked here in Asia. Quick before I plump this in. Johnny, stay out of it. This is for all the other people that maybe don't know. Yeah, what do we need for button shove? Here, bottom. That's 17 and a half. It's probably a lot. You're literally typing it out. Okay, well, don't hit enter yet. Okay, everyone's typing. Everyone's typing. I hear the button clicking. Is this good? Ace 8 off, ace 4 suited, jack 10 suited, raw pairs. It's a good answer. Now that's a RFI all in. Okay, here we go. Here's the 17 and a half versus cutoff open. All suited aces. And yeah, I made an incorrect shove. Where's Jay? Someone go wake Jay up. He needs to see this. He probably sees it and then just kind of disengaged and shut off all social media. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's where you make the adjustment. But to know what your chip EV is, that's why I want to know. And then you can use your brain and know that in PKOs he's probably opening wider. But all right, so do you feel like everyone got this correct? All right, next. All right, I am trying to figure out what, like, we can kind of ignore, like, basically just ignore that for the most part that these are PKOs. I just want to start figuring out what I do with my shitty ace X at 30 versus hijack and cutoff for 30. Was that what was that? Who was the 11? No, it's 17. Sorry, that says 17. But ignore that. You don't know what the hand sample is. Like, we're not looking for deviations here based on, what their tendencies are. Because that's where you use your brain, right? We're just given benchmarks. Really? You're using ace 5 off as a bluff? I mean, yeah, sure, but okay. Let's start spitballing. What are you flatting here? Now I don't know if we want to, one thing at a time, right? Like, let's just ignore that this guy is here. Let's just pretend everyone's flat, like 30, 45, 30. So like it's slightly above 30, so we plug in what what the effective size is. Let's just let's see what it is at 30. Hero position, small blind versus hijack. Like we're not doing anything. I flatted here, which is pretty cancerous. Ace nine off. There you go. Yeah. All offsuit broadways. You know it. You're already there. You're already grandmaster. More nono on three bet. Yeah, you're just inducing with a lot of pairs. Now you can plug it in versus four bet. So you're raise calling. You're basically you're like randomizing on the low side to call off sevens and sixes. But again, PKO, you're probably just doing a lot of just keeping it with the eights and nines and tens. But again, we cover him, so that might change the way you want to approach it. All right. King queen suited middle position. EP2 maybe. Probably always just jamming. This is okay, right? Yeah, it's a mix. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I wanted to get to the spots that I had post flop screenshots because I want to navigate that. All right, so Elliot is a legend if it's the real ET. Who's Elliot? Unmask yourself. I mean, I don't think this is the total nut way to. This is far from the nut way to maybe study. Like we're just bouncing around. Because the last two study sessions I had with Kiwi were focusing strictly on like button three bets versus cutoff hijack, and that was like filled 1 hour. And then what else did we do? Yeah, three bets from the big blind versus button, and then we did some button RFI stuff the time before that, and that's but yeah, this is how I usually just do it. You know, maybe once or twice a week before a stream, I just go through the hands that I captured and then. Oh, Jay, look at this. Xanadu never responded to me, but we tried to direct him to watch your VOD, and maybe you can reach out to him and see what he thinks. Oh, Bennett's in here. I missed him. Oh, Bennett asked Elliot the legend. There you go. Bennett has been AWOL. He hasn't really. Oh, there you go. You can watch later. No, it's like one of those things you have to do it now. uh, all right, so this what I'm seeing a lot of is these these min sizings. So I'm blind versus blind, and it's really aggravating. I think at 15 we're doing like 7-10 suited. I think we're jamming. Uh, there's a few other things, but we're gonna see a few depths what we can do to min bets. I don't know if it has it in there. Let's see. Blind versus blind, hero position versus small blind open. But I want to know what their sizing is. So this, I don't know how we're gonna figure this out because the solver has the raise to 3x and everyone's doing like this 2x bullshit. Maybe at 15 it's to 2x, 2.5. So we're basically just calling the middle of the deck. I thought the 7-10 suited was jamming. Maybe it's at 12. Was it at 10? How come I'm getting mixed up in the head in these spots? I'm the big blind versus small blind open. Alright, well, I'm off base then. Queen jack off. Yeah, we're just calling everything. Okay. I mean, I've been mostly doing that. I just thought there might be more shoves. Like again, you just ignore the fact that this might be 10% or 50%. This is all just chip EV. We can change to the side of the field remaining. Yeah, of course. But my point was is that I'm not seeing like the solver again has it at 3x, but all I've been seeing is like this 2x bullshit. Like it's an epidemic. Everyone in the 3 and 2 and $5 and $10. So I'm just trying to figure out what the best way to navigate that shit is. 60. I think we're just multi-way flatting tens, or maybe we're squeezing. These are basics. All right. Well, if they're so fucking basic and this is all very whatever to you, expose your graph. Expose it. Expose the graph. Da, 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 da. So, yeah. I mean, I was gonna jam and then I 3-bet and then I think no, I didn't. No, 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 no. I flatted here. I did flat. But I kind of know that it's like nines and tens should be 3-bet most of the time. And I mean, if we cover him, I think he had aces. I remember him. I think he had aces. I flatted and then, yeah, whatever. But jamming for 60. That's right. It's very similar. I was just good without even looking. This is the All right, so check this out. So you see the EVs, they're all really making money. Now the frequencies, you can really do no wrong, right? By like jamming or three betting or flatting. Like the EVs are all kind of they're similar, but some make slightly more money. Like three betting and jamming are so check this out. The EV of three betting is more, but the frequency is higher with the EV being lower. Like wrap your head around that. It's weird, right? King Jack, Queen Jack, King Queen suited. Because you got to balance. I mean, I think a lot of people like ripping Ace King, right? So you got to balance it with something. You risk 60 to win 6. Yeah, well, it's the way the game's played, man. Okay, so what's your idea behind what's your idea in this situation? Let's treat it like a PKO like it is. I don't do I cover him? I think I cover him here. Do I? 61.1. I don't know if we cover him. Anyway, how would you approach squeeze raise? Okay, so that's I mean that's the smallest of frequency, but again, it's the highest EV play. But why are you all up in arms that, if you're ready to raise call off, why are you upset about jamming? Yeah. Like if you go to 30, I don't know if most people are doing this, but you're just open ripping like queens, kings. Versus early position anyway. Or is it just jacks and tens? Am I being proven wrong? No, yeah. There you go. Just fucking Jimmy jamming all your aces. Most people try to get cute with horseshit three bets versus early position opens and flats. It's not the best case scenario. People, it's not like nines and eights often back call. And then what's like you want to be called by ace queen. Like that's why the jams are jams. Now, if you're three betting, anyway, there were some like raised folds, but there's not a lot of them. Anyway, move along. Once again, I've looked at this so many times, but there's just so many spots and you get them mixed up. Are we jamming any ace X for 10 from the hijack? La, 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 la. No, that's why I took it. That's why I took it. Ace 3 and ace deuce are not. He even has it as a raise fold, but I think I jammed it. But yeah, I mean, just kind of ignore this. It's what you want to look at it for. It's just to remind you. But is it less of a jam because it's soft bubble territory. It's ace 9 off. Is the button off 3? Why does that change things? The button on 3. Is that the same? Would it be the same reasoning if like small blind or big blind or cutoff? Or is it specifically just if any of the ranges here have like 3 bigs, it's more of a jam? More than 10, it's ace 9 off. Ace 8 from the low jack or the hijack. Ace 8 off for 12 and a half. Just ignore them. So it's like I'm moving over a spot. Any pair, 12 and a half. Is it deuces at 15? No. 12 and a half any pair. Deuces, trays, get rid of them. What the fuck? I thought at 12 and a half there was some, yeah. I remember that. Fours have a frequency of raise call off. Just, you think you know, and then you're just in the spot all the time, and you're like, I don't know. I don't know. All right, this is okay. This is a post flop spot. This is what I wanted. Yeah, that's how I started being like blanket any ace x or like defending from the big blind any ace king queen, but then like queen deuce 3 4 you kind of get rid of, but the general rule is that like any ace king queen from the cutoff for 15 or whatever 20. No brainer spots. I know you're trolling to a certain extent, but whiskey man, you gotta unlock your graph, okay? You gotta put your graph where your mouth is, and it'll just be a better space. Don't overdo it. All right, what's so 15 effective RFI button, and then is it only when we're like 3-bet? I'm trying to figure out how to navigate. Putting in we're gonna try to look at the post flop stuff. It's new for Poker Academy. How did you get the turn here? Did he lead flop? Yeah, he led flop. This is where he had 7-9. He had 7-9 and he rivered me. Yeah, I jammed here. Because I was like, he probably leads to try to create his own price for shittier, either one of the two flush draws or some sort of fucked up draw. I did, Johnny. I did rip. He donk leads the turn here. I c bet. He called, and then he leads small turn. I did jam, and he had 7-9 offsuit. He called. No, he didn't lead flop. He led. He led turn. So we'll see. Actually, we'll bring this up in the post flop spot. Flop, 10 clubs. So this is something new. This is basically ICMizer from what I'm told. Uh, uh, fuck, I don't want to have to do these range things. Uh, no ICMizer. I am out. Again, I don't like your play. Never will. You fuckhead, shut up. In position. Out of position. Out of position. I don't think in the $5 game, like he has a huge stack too. I don't think he has any ace X. Like he shouldn't even have any of this. Shouldn't have any pairs, right? Yeah, yeah. No, I do, but it only brings up that it only it only brings that spot up if it's like a 3-bet spot or something. Um, because it comes up with a button down here and it says copy to post flop or something. Like if I like I'll just get to an example where it would. See, it says solve post flop. Comes up with the button here. So it's like I can't do it for like RFI. See what I'm saying? There's no fucking button to go to. Unless I'm being stupid. But won't take much longer here. Man, they've been defending super wide. for 15. Reducing. Pretend I'm the big blind versus RFI. Yeah, okay. You're right. I am stupid. Hello, I'm stupid. All right. Solve post flop. Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? All right. Versus all in. I don't want all in. How do I what? Is this like a glitch? Maybe it's a glitch. Jay, do you have a balance still? Okay, the big blind. Wait, why is it starting with the big blind? Oh yeah, sir. Fuck me. Okay, check. I'm an idiot. Uh, okay, the button. What did I do? I think I did fucking 20% or something. Bet 20%. Oh, it says to check. Oh, wait. So, okay, wait, hold on. King 5 suited. Ooh, King 4 shouldn't even be there. Yeah, big blind is out of. I'm just trying to wrap my head around because I want it to be. I'm trying to put myself into the big blind when I had to put the spot in as basically I'm the big blind. So relax. I had a 14-hour day yesterday. Ah, so I should have checked, eh? Wait, no, big blind button. Fuck's sakes. Here we go. Never mind. Okay, okay. Just it's like the first time I'm seeing this. Okay. Yeah, 20%. Yeah, 60% frequency. Okay. So yeah, that's what I did. Okay. So now the big blind. So I don't know, like yeah, because I'm just gonna have to make up what he fucking has. Now I remember what he had, 9-7 off. So that's I guess helpful. But he calls, so that's what he did. The turn was the 4 diamonds. Now does he lead? So the big blind has 9-7 off. I can't remember what 9-7 off. So he should be checking. Like there's no leading, right? And now this is my response. I should just be calling. No, Jake kept me up all morning. I woke up and then I had to watch him for 4 hours being like an idiot, like I was for the last tournament I was playing. But worse. All right, so I think I have a better idea on how to navigate this now. So I should have just called apparently. And then I probably would not have lost my last 8 bigs. But yeah, I jam and he's supposed to fold. No, wait, that's button. Big blind. 9-7 off. Nine seven off called. Bang! We all did it wrong. Everyone did it wrong. All right, so post flop. Yay! We learned how to do it. I remember what these hands were. I can practice. Shove a skip. Yeah, I did something right. That's crazy. So we're always plugging these in with the lowest stack, right? So we're working off of 35. He jammed, actually. This guy, he jammed. He had king queen, he has ace king. But what I guess I want to know is if he ever called. No, never. Like ace queen suited call is the only hand. Like a small frequency of tens. If you were to add more bluffs in his donk leading range, are we still talking about my king five suited hand? Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Because in the micros, they're not leading like. It's just a, and that's what I put him on. I was like, he's either looking for a price with really shit, like it's a two-tone board turn, and he's just trying to get somewhere for cheap. So yeah, that's I spelled that out. I said it out loud in real time. So if he folds, ace 10 suited is still a fold. Da, 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 da. Nines are even nines are a call, not a back jam, I guess. All right, next. Any spots that someone wants to bring up that you think we should look at, or hey, even better, that you've seen me be absolutely atrocious at? Anyone? Anyone? I told you I had to blow off some steam somehow. So instead of I don't know, doing arm curls, is there a gym here? I don't think so. I just decided to do that. A lot of the EV you can gain is from the spots just folded without even marking. A lot of the EV you can gain is from the spots you probably just folded without even marking. You mean that I've lost out on? Are you saying I'm over folding? Run the drills. Yes, I like the drills. The drills are cool because then you don't need the screenshots and then you can review the spots that you got wrong. Trainer. All right, what do we want to train on? Most of the spots people mark. Similar to like free bet frequency and jam frequencies. The EVs are the same. All right, so final table, direct bubble. We've been seeing, if we're going to play smaller fields, which is probably the goal, let's play some direct bubble spots. Because those are often the spots that we've been plopping into the Discord. We can do deep study, so then we can all just talk about the spot. All right. Can we see this? 22 bigs. This is good. This is good. I like this. Direct bubble, eh? Cutoff. Sitting on, maybe I won't make it full screen. I don't know. Is there a way to make this bigger? I think it's just a fold. Ugh. A mix. Fold and call. This is the direct bubble, eh? 200 person field, 31 left. Bubble. This is a deep bubble spot, eh? 30, 50, 25, 38, 32, 40. Like, I want to redo this, and then we have to ask the question, what, if any, are our non-lens, or are they just jams and calls, huh? Yeah, great, do nothing. Remember in the GTO thing, the GTO wizard thing, it's all just EV spots. So if you're sorting it by EV loss, most of those are when you're like ICM spots. I don't think you ever three bet not all in this shadow. Well, I was just saying it's almost deep. But how like are you actually really shoving aces as much as you think you know that it's just call fold spots? Anyways, um it's interesting though, right? Like the jacks, like this is like final table stuff. Most people are jamming jacks as well, but that might be the biggest. But like, again, the EVs are basically the same here, right? For jacks, but yeah, for the most part, they're telling you to flat. Nines, all pairs at 22. Queens, kings, jam, 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 jam and jars. You're gonna get fucked with the aces here, eh? What is the EV in flatting aces? Still a lot. Like you look at these, right? And then say for instance, like people like flat ace king, like different stages of game, but you're like, how the fuck did you just do that? But they're all like the same EV. Like they're not so drastic. But everyone is like how did you just not jam that? Or like you call or jam, it's the same. It's I don't know how to interpret that. It's just kind of stupid. All right, next hand. All right, so 78 big small blind versus RFI from EP. Ew, and the big blind covers you. How do you do it? What are we looking for here? Anyone can chime in. I mean, I think we all know that we can ISO here. I'm not jamming. Definitely not jamming, right? I think it's just a pure raise. But I guess the question is, I don't want the chart to come up and be. I want people to be like, well, what am I going to do with? Do I have to ask the question? What are you going to do with? What are you going to do with nines? Nines probably flat. Kyborg. Yo, yo, yo. We're playing around with preflop, which is now Poker Academy. Flatting the jacks and tens still. Look at all these fancy suited kings. Three bet nines. The frequency says no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, are you call what? I want. It's too bad we can't take this. Oh, can we right here? Wait, what's this? Is this a spot like where you can mark it and then look at it? So like, what's our response if we get 4-bet? Like you're just then playing with kings and aces then if you 4-bets. I think you use your 22 effective 3-bet sizing. Next. Stone bubble 3.4 open. Super deep. What do you think your bottom suited? Are we calling a lot here? What are we 3-betting? Is it kind of the same theme that we're seeing? Like flatting jacks and then just 3-betting kind of those outer ring hands? Fuck it, let's dance. 9-5 suited. So we're still calling pretty wide. Yeah, so we're just 3-betting. We're flatting jacks as I predicted. 3-betting the queens, kings, and aces, and these guys. No point in raising here. What do you think about the 10 deuce? You ever gonna put that in game? I do like these, the a6 off. Well, it's saying right here in this particular spot that you're supposed to 100% frequency 3-bet with 10 deuce suited. King 9 off slam, ace queen off slam for 40. Fuck. It's the only hand. Full frequency. Ace queen off, eh? Queen not suited. Da, da, da. So these are like the spots where I was like, even just chip EV, there were spots where I thought it was 100% frequency on like any suited combo, but then was soon discovering that that wedge in the far right was growing to not defending in the big blind, but like we're potentially getting smashed here. Like I think we still call, but it's close to I'm just wondering when we stop calling all suited hands here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like Queen 8 suited, you'd think like the Jack 7 still are kind of slam dunk calls, but it's growing to not defending your suited hands. I mean, it might be obvious like stone bubble stuff, but like still flatten the jacks. I think a lot of people are not like I don't think anyone. I think population is not is the most part is not flatting jacks or anything in this spot. Yeah, those blind versus blind things, and there's some crazy shit that I think is reserved for higher buy-in shit. You're flatting jacks here every single time, really? I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm gonna call your bluff. So I was watching Sven. I want to start finding more spots, but there, a lot of button versus cutoff, hijack, low jack stuff. He's all the king X. He's using heavy king X as 3-bet bluffs. Well, we all know if it's Jay, he's snap folding. He's like, if I could drag the range and color it up, he's snap folding everything but this hand here. The fucker, I'm like, I don't want to spoil alert to Johnny, but the guy fucking $80 bounty, he folded King Jack suited for two bigs. Final four, final five. It was unreal. It's unreal. The stone bubble here. If they're shoving correctly, what is this? I think you have to. I think you're only taking aces and kings here. Or no, I think you're calling here. But there was a scenario. I think it's if it was like, for instance, raise, shove, you're folding queens. But here you call queens. But it might even suggest a fold. Yeah, okay. So there's like I said, you're like four hands only calling. Because if it was like a raise jam, I think it reduces it to only kings and aces. Yeah, I was thinking ace king off fold too. He folded aces early position. Did you read about the guy at the World Series that open folded aces on the bubble? And then yeah, what a fucking nut. Like, cause even if you bubble, then you just get like, especially in the main event, you bubble, you get in for next year. Ace queen off. Players left. Well, what position are we? It's missing some information here. This is actually an interesting spot. Jay, what are you doing here? I know your answer. Ace fucking queen. Holy shit, man. I've never seen something more, anything more comical. And if there was like an outsider, uh, you know, looking over the chat, I'm probably the most evil person that exists on the planet. But I'm only speaking the truth. Aces and jacks. Yes, exactly. You're assuming it's a fold. All right, Jay. Okay, I just want to hear you say it though. You're folding here, right, Jay? Duckman, what are you doing? This has got to be a fold, huh? Hell no. You guys are fucking crazy. Like, what are we gonna wait for? Someone else to bust when everyone's at 18, 12, 54? Of course, Jay. Of course. But I mean, we are kind of missing some information. Like, what are the other tables? Are we last? Kind of have to know that, right? I mean, That's pretty important. I would agree with the fold if there was like maybe same stacks as us. It's the money bubble, yes. It says down here, players started 200, players left. Next. This is a fold. Snap fold. It's that little nugget. It's that little nugget. Now these low frequency 3-bets and stuff, you reckon you want to implement these at a lower buy-in or a higher buy-in? Just out of curiosity. Squeezing 7-3. 8-3 off maybe. Yeah, but isn't everyone's thing about playing higher buy-ins they respect your raises? Raw fish. I had a poke bowl last night. Pizza this morning, poke bowl last night. Raw tuna. Yeah, on average. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like you're gonna be out of position. People are fish, man. They'll call you. I was gonna say higher. Lower buy-ins or weights. Okay. Okay. So if anyone okay, you want to see a money bubble? You want to see a final table bubble for the ages? ET. Uh we should like watch this right now.
Yo.
It's 20 minutes. It's absolute insanity. This is like the end of it. What are you doing, bro? This went on for 20 more minutes. These stacked ups. 3 bigs. All right. Shit just went south. Like look what we start at. We're all like 20, 16, 16. Watch what it ends up at. 8, 5, 7, 16. Like it's insane. It's ridiculous. It the stone bubble. Never seen. You know how many times people say risky autofill typing in Chrome? All right, no queen or 9. Of course there's going to be a queen. I'm careful. Of course there's going to be a queen or a 9. Of course. Why wouldn't there be a queen or a 9? Of course there would be. Why wouldn't there be? Of course, like there's. This went on for another 5 minutes. Okay, he's a marionette puppet master. I don't type P. Anyway, we're you should watch this anyway. You should. This is it. YouTube splices after 12 hours. So it's 2 separate VODs. It was it like that's on the second half of the VODs, but there's like an hour. So the final table was almost 2 hours. And the final table bubble was probably 45 minutes. Ooh, the min bet. The min 3 bet. What is that guy working with? Is that 13? Stop covering up the chips, man. How am I gonna figure this out? Is he at 130 bigs? I know Draft Ganger would jam here. Hell fucking yeah. What is he doing this with? Is he really doing this with like Ace Jack? Da, 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 da. I mean, in theory, but like, are you telling me in a $5 game someone's gonna be doing this? No. With no one has this as a 3-bet fold in the games that I'm playing. They're not. They're not. Like, it'll still tell you to shove all day long, but I know the answer, but that's why I'm so conflicted. Like every spot, because I roughly know what these charts are telling me to do, and then it's population or shit. We flat, and then or maybe it's nines because he's not. I think we fold, call nines. Everyone behind. I think we can call here because it's kind of like an easy fold if anyone reacts. Yeah, all right. I was close. Like that, it could be a fold. It's on the edge. Sounds like you need HRC. Man, I can't. I don't have. I just don't have the aptitude to plug that shit in. There's node locking on these charts here, but I don't even know what that means really. Next, ace nine off. Wait, we saw this on the last one. Was ace nine in there for raise fold, or is it just a call? I think it's a raise. Ah. It's all like the low offsuit ace X or 3-bet bluffs. You're up for Macca's breakfast. The McDonald's here in Da Nang was built like 3 days ago. But I think it's not. Holy shit! It's 2 a.m. God damn. All right. Thanks for having your input. Wow, I just realized it's 2 a.m. It's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, we'll do a few more hands here. If anyone wants to take the reins, I'll click the buttons. You can tell me what to do. All right. Jay, you're going to tell me what to do on this next scenario. Sixes. What are you doing, Jay? What are you doing? It's kind of easy, but. Jay, answer. What are you doing here? I mean, come on. What are you doing? Are you taking an EV call? Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't even put yourself into this spot. Jay, answer the fucking question. What are you doing? Listen, I'm gonna stay here until you say, I know what you're gonna do, but you have to say it. You have to say it. Holy fuck. Okay, it's a fold. Jesus. No! Jay would have said fold. Wow, really? I would have folded. So we're just taking EV call, eh? We're not at risk. We're taking EV. You call all day, eh? I guess that's I I probably would have convinced myself sevens, but I don't think I'd be doing it with sixes. Fives is iffy because it takes out blocks their ace five suited jams. You call too? I think you're lying because you guys all didn't fucking answer the question until you saw the charts. Don't be all sitting there pretending you're smart. You're only asking. I guess that's true. But since whenever have you any of you fucks listen? Ace nine off. All right, Jay. Here you go. Is there fold equity here? Probably not likely. I fucked up on a bubble spot earlier today. I was it queen deuce or queen six suited for probably the same amount on the stone bubble, and I just said fuck it, I'll take an EV spot. No, you guys are all wrong. You're all fucking wrong. I'm glad. It's still quite wide, right? So I was kind of right. Yeah, I'm happy this actually spot came up. I'm happy. Yeah. Yeah, Jack 7 we all know his answer. All right. Yeah, if you turn on edge sorting, you probably like but all right, well, can you truly answer if are you shoving 9-10 suited, 8-10 suited? What's your bottom? Like how much of this is your bottom, your actual bottom? Yeah, that's true. Folding sevens. I'm on track. I'm on track. Jack five suited. Folding because we don't cover them. Oof, but I mean, I didn't know it was that close. Queen 10 off. Boom. Raise. I guess everyone's flat, so you're just taking. Again, I think like this whole edge sorting bottom of range talk. All in. Oh shit. Fold. I don't care what it's saying. Fold. Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised Queens is there. Look at this. Ace King off and Ace King suited. Flip of the coin. But he's like trapping Queens here and Jacks, so that's why. I would never call kings here because we all know what happens. All right. Stop training. And then what you can do after all that, you can do that. So if anyone was interested that was here and you want to know what program this is, I don't know how to spell academy. You can use that link. And they've got 20 effective tournament ranges. To access all this trainer stuff, you need to purchase the full thing. But you can check it out. Anyway, anyone want to see other stuff? They've got like, this is something that's cool. You can name the poker room and set up late reg timers. I should actually use this. Instead of me just asking Whiskey, tell me 3 minutes left of the $5 monster stack, you can put all this in here. Pretty sick, eh? Look at this. It's got during the session. Spend breaks away from the screen, looking at nature. Folk, like, you can't this is money so well spent. Jay, focus is your superpower. Don't overthink. Watch showdowns and make notes. Ready to reg more? Hardly. Post flop stuff. Ba, 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 ba. So that, in a nutshell, is Poker Academy. They've also got like the webinars and stuff. Like BBZ has those things. Not the webinars, but these things. Nutrition. Soft ICM adjustments. This is basically what's the other one? What's Ben CB's stuff? What's the same? What's the name? Every hand begins with Preflop Academy. It doesn't look like they've updated their graphics. That's why I don't have any to put up on stream, because I just have this graphic still. I'm like, yo, give me some updated marketing material. Old rat with the prime. Hey, it's a very spontaneous and something that I don't expect when we're doing a study stream. A prime sub, my man. Old rat with the prime. Hey, yo. Thanks, man. I'm waiting for this sarcastic cunt to go to bed. Why, are you streaming or what? You are streaming right now? I don't see you on, are you? You're not streaming. We'll fire it up. You will be within the hour. Okay. So that means you're not right now. Crosswords. Who should we say hi to then? Name it. I don't have any alerts on this, but old rat, thanks again for the prime. You gotta get beer. Alright. Ben. Where are you at? Craig is on. He's usually in here. Yeah, that's what I mean. We'll probably just go to say Craig. I rated Craig Lucas the other day. Alright, let's go say hey to the Craigmeister. Alright, we'll see you all probably 14 hours from now. But thanks all for hanging out in the study session.